Only for persons 18 years and above. Gaming can be addictive.
Star Times yes Startibium. Hana viese bukesi ni nyina e cosmo. Ye the Saudi Pro League ni nyina e bro live. E was Star Times so. Ube una bukesi mu ekuni ni mbiti se Cristiano Ronaldo, Benzema, Sadio Mane, Neymar, N'Golo Kante. Ene dodo na omukeka ho. Kai se ye the matches ni nyina e bro live. E was Star Times so. Oni entwentwe on ase kra. Ye ntam na kwaji was Star Times decoder sisia. Anase download ye Star Times on app no for 2 phones so. Chese enye baby na woni twetwa mo chisini nyina live. Star Times TV decoder.
Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Max TV, sports, entertainment, and more.
Good afternoon and welcome to Medina Ashtotep, where Berry Ladies will be taking on Army Ladies in the last round of match day 15 here in Accra. My name is Nafisa Fatah and I'll be doing this with Evergreen Esther Abankwa. Esther, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Nafisa Fatal. Should I add that do not read or it's on break for now?
It's all up to you. Yes, you can. It's still not on break. It's not part of my name. So I have a very long name, but I've shortened it to the two.
Yes, and I'm sure that people are not aware of the other one, which has to do with the Evelyn. And as much as the name and the personality are maybe two distinct figures, perhaps we will still hold on with that.
Anyway, both of us start with an E, Evelyn and Esther. So we are here for the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League match day 15, the very last match in the Southern Zone. And then Berry Ladies, who, as a tax, they always have it. I think Rotary, when it comes to Day and Army, they will be hoping to get into the top 4 as the Premier League is coming to an end. We just have 3 matches more to go, and it's really shaping up to see who gets into the top 4 to play the Super League. And in as much as that, the defending champion of the Super League, which is Army Ladies, are also edging on. They are still not in the very top 4. They are still struggling and then fighting to see whether they can make it to the top 4 to defend their Super League. So they have everything that it takes to make sure they grab this very 3 points, as much as Berry Ladies will also be hoping and then edging on for that 3 points at home. Esther, interesting fixtures this weekend. Ampemdakwa losing again in a row in the Northern Zone, but they are still topping the group.
Nafisa, it's the business end of the season, and we are aware of the fact that whenever the season is about to end, there are a lot of surprises and upsets that usually sprang up across the match venues whenever our games are played. And I'm not surprised with the recent one that came in with Pemdakwa Ladies losing on the road. And let's not forget the fact that Pemdakwa Ladies, they happen to be our defending champions, and this is a feat that they are looking forward to in order to ensure that they've won the league title for the 3rd consecutive time, which is going to be very difficult though. But before you even come to the grand finale, you need to win or top up in the zone that you are representing. And Pemdakwa happened to be in the Northern Zone with 30 points, followed with the second team, Dreams Ladies, who are also on 26 points. So clearly, it tells you that they have about 4 points gap difference between the two of them. So there are a lot of surprises that are bound to happen, and I'm sure that Coach Jonah Dakwa of Pemdakwa Ladies, with his quest in order to make a return once again to the grand finale of the Women's Premier League, will love to ensure that he maintains his top position and not lose out to teams like Dreams Ladies, who are also eager to make the difference. And then again, in the same reverse fixture, we equally have Zakers, who are also for the first time huffing and puffing to ensure that they retain their slot in the top tier, or perhaps on the apex of the league table for the top tier in the Southern Zone. So the narratives between Pemdakwa Ladies and then Hazakers Ladies is quite different. Very, very similar situations, because they keep, losing their momentum, losing their focus, and then losing crucial games that could have perhaps extended their leads in the respective zones that we have.
Fatigue is setting in for Ampem Dakwa. As clearly you can see, they've went on CAF Champions League. They have been on national assignment, and they are still making sure that they will stay in the league. And then they are really, really struggling, but they are still keeping the momentum. Once they are on top of the league, they will have to manage the remaining 3 matches to make sure they stay aloof and see what this season brings out of them. They've really done extremely well, which I will commend them. But this time around, it's really going to be a tough order for them. But in as much as they have able to accumulate the point, it's really a good one for them. And then they will manage and see how they fish in the Southern Zone. But these are the results of match day 15. In the Southern Zone, this is how it looks like. Faith Ladies beating Lady Strikers by 3-1. SM Socrates and Jonina had a handshake that was 1-1. And then Sea Lion also staying at Indum Park. Police went all the way to have all the 3 points and 2 goals from the Indum Park. Hazakers also, on the other hand, Ajendu Park has to share the points with Soccer Intellectuals. And then Berry Ladies today will be taking on Army Ladies in that reverse encounter. In the Northern Zone, Fosu Royal Ladies 1, Dreams Ladies 1. Northern Ladies 2, Kumasi Sports Academy 1. Ashtown Ladies, who is also struggling, also lost to Temale Super Ladies in Kumasi by 1-0. And then Prisons also beating Ampem Dakwan, the defending champions, 2-1. Supreme Ladies also beating Pelpia Ladies by 2-1. Esther, looking at the Northern Zone, we'll have to delve into it. Pelpia Ladies this time, who has always been in the top 4, really struggling. Ashtown Ladies, another big... I just don't understand. Last year, we had a club of Fabulous Ladies going on relegation. Fabulous Ladies was born out of Ashtown Ladies. And it seems Fabulous Ladies is dragging Ashtown Ladies to go to relegation. How do you see these two big teams going on relegation?
You know, they happen to be, I wouldn't want to say traditional clubs, but they happen to be one of those clubs that really have the numbers a lot in the Ashanti region. And clearly, this is not what all of it in the sports fraternity, so far as, you know, a women's football is concerned, this is not what all of us anticipated for, because we've always known Ashtown Ladies to be teams that always compete in the top 4. That is, whenever there's Super Cup, they are always present, you know, making appearances, playing, and then being very consistent with their performance. And we also said the performance that has also been put in by a team like Pelpia Ladies. They are always been title contenders as well in the Northern Zone. So it's a different thing altogether, looking at how these teams have not been able to find their rhythm and then make a very good case for themselves this season. And clearly, Ashtown, as it stands, with where they are, you know,
14 points.
You know, flirting with relegation in the Northern Zone, it's going to be very difficult for them to survive with just 3 games more to end the season. So I would say that I wouldn't want to say it's there are a lot of factors that could have contributed to that. You know, in recent times, football has so much evolved that we don't always have problems in football to be, you know, in reference to the performance of players on the field. We equally have other internal factors that can affect the performance of a team in general. And that is a clear indication of what we are witnessing here so far as the performance of Ashtown Ladies is concerned. But it's a bit unfortunate, looking at the fact that we've already lost Fabulous Ladies last season, and for us to lose another big team like Ashtown Ladies as well in the Northern Zone. So that means it's going to make in as much as it's telling us that it's very competitive in the Northern Zone, but then again, we expect some teams like, you know, Fabulous Ladies, like Ashtown Ladies to always find their grip and then be on top of their performance whenever the season unfolds, because they've always been title contenders in all the respective seasons that they have played in the top tier.
So it's really close in the Northern Zone. From the 5th position down to the 10th position, everybody is threatening to go on relegation, not really Ashtown alone. It's close to a core. When you go on the 5th position, which is Prisons Ladies, has 20 points, as Fosu Royal Ladies also has 20 points. When you come, Tamale Super Ladies has 19 points. Kumasi Sports Academy has 16 points, Pelpia has 15, and then Ashtown has 14. It means it's close to a core. 3 matches more remaining. Whoever does her homework well, meaning you can escape. But don't forget, this is how it stands at match day 15. Should the game or should the Malta Women's Premier League ends today, then it will be Pelpia and Ashton. But as you look at it, the 3 matches, they can pull up a surprise. Who knows them from there? But when you come to the Southern Zone, it's Sea Lions who came back, are going back. I just don't know how they were able to do it. And you see ACM Socrates, who came into the league, the Elite League, as they had a clear cut of infrastructure that they put in place, and then they were doing well. All of a sudden, they are dropping points, which is really not good for them. They will have to really fight hard and see if they can survive, because there's still close call, and then 3 matches more to go. When you take from Jonina down, Berry Ladies, Lady Strikers, Soccer Intellectuals, ACM Socrates, everybody is threatening to go on relegation, Lester.
It's very difficult. I'm just looking at the scorelines that sprang up after match day 15 across the other match venues before we wrap it up here. And if you look at results like that comprehensive victory that Fed Ladies had, 3-1 victory over Lady Strikers, which was very massive for them altogether. And it has always been Fed Ladies. Had it not been for that, defeat that they suffered in the hands of Angelina Ladies, on match day 13, when they hosted them, and then we ended up seeing a player like Matilda Blessfodu scoring that stunning free kick of a goal for her side. That is Jonina Ladies, and that ended up, shattering a bit of the expectations and then the hopes of Faith Ladies in order to give Hazakes the competitions, because had it not been for that defeat by now, the point difference between Hazakes and then Faith Ladies could have closed up to just a point had it not been for that defeat. So I'm sure now that they've won their match day 15 with 3 games to go, Hazakes with Yusuf Bazigi in charge knows that he needs to double his effort. Other than that, some of us would be having different names to comment on, in the grand finale when, the season ends. And then again, I'm just full of smiles here because I've seen a scoreline involving ACM Socrates and then Jonina Ladies, which was also a draw altogether. It tells you how ACM Socrates are making it a point to ensure that they maintain their slots in the top tier. I remember that famous victory that they had over Army Ladies at the Inyane Basan AstroTurf, which was very massive for them. And they are just, picking up, using that as a morale booster in all their games, and then it's fetching them results as well. So that one is also another result on the table. Hazakes drawing with Soccer Intellectuals, another massive result altogether for Coach Yusuf Bazigi. So, and clearly, the points difference among all the teams in the Southern Zone is very, tight, a close call altogether. And any team that slacks with the remaining 3 games should count itself out of the top tier of the Women's Premier League, so far as the Southern Zone has a lot to do with.
So it's match day 15. We will be wrapping up here at Medina AstroTurf, where Berry Ladies will be taking on Army Ladies. Army Ladies, their last game sharing a point against Hazakes Ladies at the Teshi mat. And then Berry Ladies also making sure they are still struggling. But at least when you accumulate massive points in the first round and you are dropping points in the second round, at least you just manage the game and see where you can just find yourself. I guess that is what Berry Ladies is doing. But they are still dropping and dropping. They haven't had a good results in their last 5 matches. But yet, they're still in a respectable position that they can see where they can. But today's match, we'll delve into specifics of today. Berry Ladies taking on Army Ladies. Esther, these two sides, always good results for Berry Ladies.
Good results for Berry Ladies, but I remember whenever we talk about the stats, about a team being dominant over the other, in the long run we end up being, surprised. So today, for instance, we are going to have a situation where Berry Ladies are always dominant in terms of performance, in terms of results at the end of the day, whenever there is a clash involving them, because in 5 encounters, 3 of them have favored, Berry Ladies with 2 results and then draws. So Army Ladies are yet to have the better side of Berry Ladies in the top tier of the Women's Premier League. And this is how the 2 teams have lined up. Interestingly, in terms of the form guide of these 2 teams, Army Ladies are currently lying on the fourth position
with
in the
21 points.
Southern Zone with 21 points, and then Berries have 19 points.
2 points between.
6, and they are 6th on the league table. Yeah. So it's 2 points difference. So it's a huge win, because if Berry should continue with their dominance over Army Ladies, that means they are going to win, and then they will be above Army Ladies. They are going to be above them. So it's a crucial game for the 2 teams involved, because Army, as defender, they are, so far as they are the ones that are the defending champions of the Super Cup, they would want to make a repeat there. So that means the competition for the top 4 for the Southern Zone is also going to be very key altogether. So this is a huge one for them. But if you look at the form guide of Berries, on the other hand, when they are playing at home, they haven't fared bad at all. They've ended up in their last 5 home games. They've ended up picking, 3 wins and then losing 2 of them. And then in terms of their general performance altogether, which hasn't really been encouraging, they have lost 3 of their last 5 games in general. They have lost 3, and then their best have been the 2 draws that they had. So clearly, we are looking at the team that is, in terms of their strength, you would say that they are not at par at the moment, because Army are quite ahead of Berry Ladies, and Berries would want to make a difference in this game. So that is going to make us have a very clear game altogether. And looking at, I was just wondering in our conversation with Coach Freeman before we started, he was making it known that this is a crucial game. So we even realized that he kept on, changing his formation that he was going to use for the game altogether. It tells you the magnitude of the game and what it means in order to Berry as a team. And clearly, in the long run, it's very difficult to, tell that this is a team that will end up victorious, because Army, with their players that I have seen so far, Gloria Fosua starting for them today, a player that was formerly with Tender Queens before they were relegated, and then she ended up joining Army Ladies. She is starting today for Army Ladies. And then they have the experience of their always present right back, Adama Al-Hassan, who has also been today given her own role. There hasn't been any changes in terms of her positioning by the coach, so she's going to be on the right back in the heart of defense altogether for Army Ladies. And then we have a setup of their 2 players up front today. Those that are going to be counted on to get the goals for Army are the likes of Vera Bema. She is going to be counted on for the goals. And then again, they also have a player like Latifa Mohammed that is expected to be in the heart of midfield. So I was looking out for the 2 players in the heart of midfield. Marta Apia has been handed the attacking role today by Coach Freeman, and the Latifa Mohammed is in the midfield. So it's going to be very interesting encounter, and I'm just so much eager to see how things, span up here.
So we'll be looking up for the arrival, and the warm-up shortly will be on your screen. But just an interesting fixtures. We are talking about 4 or 3 matches more to go, and then looking at it is going to be something that we'll be talking about later. But this is the locker room for Berry Ladies on your screen now. As I'm looking at this, it's going to be looking at Berry Ladies' last 3 matches. After this match, they are going all the way to Cape Coast to Miss Soccer Intellectuals, and they will be home against Jonina, and their last match is going to be against Police Ladies. So how many points are you hoping for Berry Ladies? Okay,
so why don't we take it one after the other?
So
Soccer Intellectuals.
Yes.
A possible 3 points for Berries, because they are very good on the road.
Arrival.
Okay.
In your shots now. Of course, it's always important to see the teams arrive at the venue of the match days, and then you see some of them very calm and then cool, collected. Some of them have got their rituals that they do when they are arriving, and then as a kind of calm for Berry Ladies, and then their away team. Militaries, as we could say. Today, forgive us, we are in forest green. It doesn't mean we are with the army ladies. This is the color of the day. So, Esther, looking good anyway, but not for the forest green people, the army ladies.
This is our traditional green.
Yes.
But not for the army, the ones that have surrounded us.
No,
and
not the
I
camouflage.
have seen a message from the director of IMAX Media, Alaji Fadi Fatal, saying that he's going to make sure he comes along with a gun. But don't worry, we are surrounded by guns already because the army are here.
But this is an away match for them, so this is how it's going to be. Let's take Berry Ladies' last 3 matches. After this game, they will be traveling all the way, trekking to Army Ladies' locker room now. That is the military. They fear no foe, but results hasn't been good for them in their last 4 matches. It's quite interesting to see Berry Ladies struggling, as well as Army Ladies, who had a commanding lead in the very first half, struggling in the second half.
Army Ladies, when they joined the top tier of the Women's Premier League, they had very good players. They had the likes of Zinatu Al-Hassan. They also had Zainab Mumuni, and they were having Nancy Opoku. And equally, they were having very good players when the season started. And when they joined the top tier of the Women's Premier League, and then Naimai and Abikan. And these are players that have seem to have left the left Army at the moment, because in as much as Nancy Opoku is still with the team, but her performance isn't, as competitive and then as top-notch as it used to be when they joined the top tier.
Was in the very first half of this very encounter. Your very last word for this encounter.
Goalless draw for the first half.
Goalless draw. Esther is going for a goalless draw in the very first half. It has been quite interesting. Anytime these two sides meet, they haven't gone more than 2 goals. It's either 1-0 or just 0-0. So it's not going to be a raining of goals, but it's yet to see. Maybe today will be another miracle, as maybe there will be a lot of goals, but yet it will be something very tight, and then we'll see how it goes. Both of them are struggling in this very last 4 or 5 matches, but they will be finding antidotes to it, because it's shaping up, and the standing as they have 4th and the 5th with 20 and 19.2 point difference between these 2 fixtures is going to be an incredible and exciting match for everybody to swear. You will have to grab yourself, as the sun is scorching here at the Medina AstroTurf. You need to grab yourself a bottle of Malta Guinness. It's in a new branded crystal clear bottle, and then you will have to make sure you grab yourself a chilled one, relax and enjoy. If you can join us here, it wouldn't be bad. So we'll be expecting those who are home. If you can make your way here to the Medina AstroTurf, we will love it. Come cheer the girls up, and then it's match day 15 of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League, and then is the very last match in the Southern Zone. Berry Ladies will be taking on Army Ladies. Shortly, we will be seeing these 2 teams trooping onto the field to engage in this cagey encounter. Both of them need the 3 points to make sure they maintain the top 4 or the first half or the top half of the table before the season ends. So I'll be handing over to Esther to take us to the very first 45 minutes of match day 15, match between Berry Ladies and Army Ladies.
With 3 games more to end the season, we wrap up our live coverage of match day 15 here at the Medina AstroTurf as Berry Ladies host Army Ladies. Good afternoon and welcome. It's the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. I am Esther Abankwa. I am in the company of Nafisa Fatal. It's good to have you with us for the next 90 minutes. Temperature 33. 3 more games to end the season, and clearly teams would have to double up in terms of performance in order to avoid surprises. And since it's the business end of the season, there are bound to be different surprises to have. But what is the surprise unfold in this particular encounter? It's a security service team being hosted here by Berry Ladies, and the security service team is the Ghana Armed Forces, their female team, that is Ghana Army Ladies in today's encounter. And there you have them in their traditional green, walking onto the pitch where they would be hosted by Berry Ladies. Match commissioner for today, as often as usual, majestic and cordial, marching these two teams onto the field. A lot is expected from them, and the match commissioner, who hails from Cape Coast, is Agnes Abefi. Formalities been made, final outros been done, because this is key. It's the Fort playing against the Sid. Results are very crucial. They need to make the difference. They need to do things right. They need to find themselves in very good positions before the season unfolds. And then again, looking at the fact that always there is the top 4 space or slots that is there for any team that ends up with good performance, that means that they need to do things right. Just 2 points. But before we get started, how have these teams lined up? Berry Ladies have Grace Akrofi Amoa, Martha Apia, Comfort Kobana, Jacqueline Amponsa, Sarah Bachman, Portia Sichua, Elizabeth Ayabia, Comfort Yaboa, Victoria Amenyo, Regina Donko, and then Deborah Ano, and their coach is Paul Amponsa Klinsman. Army Ladies, the vesting team have Mary Sosu, Adamal Hassan, Sarah Kulibli, Harriet Akoko Ajete, Ata Abrefi, Angelica Sambek, Latifa Mohammed, Gloria Fosua, formerly of Tender Queens, Lily Libendoris, and then Ellen Asonka, together with Vera Bema, and their coach is Joseph Akim Ayangri. Tough game at hand, but what other surprises unfold?
It is a potentially decisive moment for these two teams in the Fort and the Sid. They are all urging to get into the very top 4. Army Ladies is already in the top 4. Should Berry Ladies win, it means Berry maybe make the count or make the top 4 and then drop to the 5th position. Who is winning today? It's always on the higher side or always rosary for Berry Ladies when it comes to these two teams. Army Ladies are yet to win against Berry Ladies in the elite of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Today is an engaging encounter for these two.
Messi Boatua, one of the experienced referees that we have, she's going to take the center stage of affairs in terms of officiating for this game. Winifred Ama Adoko and then Harriet Dede, together with Patricia Akos, they are going to be the other referees to assist them to ensure sanity on the field so far as this game has any bearings for the 2023-2024 season of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. It's the Fort versus the Sid. Paul Amponsa Klinsman, the coach of Berry Ladies. And Berries, here you have them in their blue-black with pink shorts. A huge game at hand, and that is why we've seen few changes that have been made by all the teams. And there the visiting coach, Joseph Akim Ayangri. And these are formalities that need to be made. That is where all the teams, all the players would have to motivate each other, and as much as they have these intrinsic motivation, a collective one like this would have a lot on the performance of the players. Lily Nebe Lawrence, and then Bema Vera. Mary Sosu, the goalkeeper for today's encounter for Army Ladies, has no other excuse than to ensure that she protects the goalpost with every fiber in her. And how about that from Grace Krofi Amua, who always ends up being one of the gatekeepers of Berry Ladies. She always makes crucial saves, but ends up conceding very painful goals in the dying embers of games. And here we get underway at the Medina AstroTurf, March Day 15, actually the final game before the March Day 15 is wrapped up. Army ladies. Army still in position, so much glued with the ball. Adama Al Hassan. Adama Al Hassan nearly giving the ball away to police. Free kick to Berry Ladies at a very strategic area, right on the edge of the penalty area. A potential goal scoring opportunity here for Berry Ladies to make it count. And it comes in the earliest minutes of the game, of course. Less than 2 minutes, and they have a free kick to put them in the lead. And that is how the foul was committed there by Angelica Sambek. She didn't get the ball. She ended up getting a bit of the leg of Berry Ladies player, and as such, the free kick has been awarded to Berry Ladies at a very crucial place.
Who is going to be the free kick expert to make sure they bury this in the very early minutes, less than 2 minutes of action, and Berry Ladies has a free kick in advantageous position.
Deborah Nor has been noted to be the player that always effects most free kicks or dead ball situations of Berry Ladies, and this is not an exception of what she's looking forward to, and perhaps this could possibly also give them the lead. Deborah Nor, and it rattles the goalposts just a whisker away. She nearly put Berry Ladies in the lead. And look at how she did it strategically with Sarah Bachman and the Malta up here before she came out with this ferocious strike that couldn't find its way into the back of the net. But then again, you would say very good start so far. Positive signs for Berry Ladies.
At least they will have to make a clear-cut intention when they are playing at home. Just few matches more to go. The positioning is not very good. You just have to amass the home points and make sure you are in the very top four, and that's clearly what they are doing. Very first half, they are making sure they are pushing and making sure they need that 3 points. You can see they are hungrier for that point.
Corner kick to Army Ladies, and Berries will need to defend this. The corner kick is going to be floated in any moment soon by Army Ladies. A poorly taken corner kick by Army Ladies. Unfortunately for them, they have another chance to make it right this time around. They opt for the short one. Adam Al Hassan sent it in, but it was saved by goalkeeper Grace of Berry Ladies. Goal kick.
Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there.
Grace Crofi to Jacqueline Ampoma Amponsa, who gives possession away to Army Ladies. And they are fortunate to have the chance of regrouping. Grace, 3 games more to end the season. Mata Apia. And Mata Apia is the captain for Berry Ladies today.
Cynthia is on the pitch. Malta has taken an experienced player for Malta as well, all over the pitch. Today she's been deployed as the arrowhead for Berry Ladies.
As experienced as she is, having learned from the best. Very crucial save by Mary Sosu to ensure that Berry Ladies are denied the opportunity of getting the lead here at the Medina AstroTurf. She was so swift to ward off that danger and the threat that nearly put her team at the disadvantaged position. Mata Apia, after heading it in, was hoping that a teammate could have gotten the possession, but none of her teammates was around. Army ladies with a chance. Vera Bema and Army.
Let's go. Close up.
It goes behind for goal kick. Hazakes through on March day 15. And Pemdakwa ladies lost on the road to Prisons ladies. Surprises at the end of the season. Deborah it goes behind for goal kick.
They will start. Close there.
And that is how a player like Regina Donko had a better side of Vera Bema, who wasn't looking onto that ball.
Amber.
Goal kick taken by Grace. The Malta Guinness Women's Premier League live on Max TV, courtesy IMAX Media, and that has to do with the partnership that the Ghana Football Association's current leadership had with IMAX Media in order to ensure that there is live coverage of women's football as well for every football-loving fan who can't make it to the stadium in order to support his or her team, to have the opportunity of watching these live games on Max TV. And that is the unprecedented achievement, a hallmark of one of the huge achievements of this administration in women's football. Equal opportunities for women as well, just as the men have it.
That was a clumsy challenge there. And Vera, I hope it's not that serious. Should it happen, it's going to be a big blow for the Army ladies team. Today, their captain, Patience Atraya Ajete, is missing.
A favorite player for a reason. Patience Atraya Ajete. She is not part of the match day squad of Army ladies, but she has a sister featuring for her side, and that is Harriet Akoko Ajete.
The sisters, the younger one is playing, the senior one is out, and that's have footballers in their family.
And Vera Bema of Army ladies, she happens to be the third top scorer for this season so far, with 9 goals to her credit. The first free kick taken, not on target. Goal kick. And Adam Al Hassan acknowledges the fact that the next attempt needs to be done better. It was a traveling strike, not on target. Ophelia Amponsa is on 13 goals. She's currently the top scorer for the 2023-2024 season of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Mary Rose Akune is on 9 goals, and so is Vera Bema of Army ladies as well on 9 goals. And the one that has come a bit closest has to do with Zainab Haruna, who is on 7 goals at the moment.
Gloria Fuzu is not happy about that decision. And Deborah has been on the neck of Gloria starting today.
Let's go. Hey, it's better.
Another goal kick for Berry ladies. If it's just joined, you are watching the live coverage. It's March day 15. Berry ladies in blue playing from left to right in the first period, whereas Army ladies in green playing from right to left. Grace Crofy to take The goal kick for Berry Ladies. Free kick to Army Ladies. A challenge on Harriet Akoko Ajete. With the advantage going the way of Army. In the last 5 games of Army Ladies, they haven't been able to be top-notch as they've always been in the previous season. Adam Al-Hassan effort is well blocked. And it's thrown in. Swiftly taken, but not efficient. And that was Lily Nibel Lawrence. In the last 5 games of Army Ladies, they have won only 1, lost 2, and drawn 2 of those games. Whereas Berry have lost as many as 3 games in their last 5 and have drawn only 2 without a single victory. But for their home form, it's very encouraging, very, very positive, with 3 home wins to their credit and then 2 losses.
In which it has come and their very last 2, losing to the same Socrates and Faith Ladies. And the very last 2 matches, not really good for Berry Ladies, but they are still lucky to be in the top 5 or top 6 out of 10 teams in the Southern Zone. They started losing points when they started the second half or the second round of matches. And it hasn't been good. Klinsmann acknowledged there was a problem in the team. They needed to solve it, but how fast can they be able to put that aside and focus on what is ahead of them? It will be better off.
The Ghana Women's Premier League, which as a result of the sponsorship deal between the Ghana Football Association and the Malta Guinness Ghana, is not known as the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. It's a league that had its inception in 2012. And since it was introduced, the team that has won the most titles has to do with Hazakis Ladies, with 4 titles to their credit. The closest is Ampem Dakwan Ladies, who have gotten 3 titles so far. And in the 2021 season, when the Confederation of African Football introduced the maiden edition of the CAF Women's Champions League, Ghana had a rep, and that was Hazakis Ladies. They represented Ghana in that Women's Champions League. And in the long run, they ended up as runners-up. A huge feat that is set, and that was when they had a very efficient squad. Players like Evelyn Bedu, Doris Wedua, Azuma Bugri, and all of these players were virtually featuring for Hazakis Ladies. Success, Amia.
Looking at them, they are all applying their trade outside the shores of Ghana, leaving Grace Banwa and the Coach Yusuf Bazigi, and the technical team still intact.
And how could I ever forget the famous, diminutive but very efficient and effective defender, Janet Ejiri.
Quite remember I took a picture with her. Looking at the height difference, I wonder how she's able to do that very well when it comes to defensive play. No matter the height and body size, she's able to deal with that.
That was when Hazakis wrote their names in the annals of African football, so far as the women's version is concerned. They did so much well in that one. Offside against Berry Ladies. 15 minutes gone so far, the first quarter of the game, and it's still goalless. In as much as Berry seem to have gotten a few glaring opportunities, they haven't tested goalkeeper Mary Sosu so far of Army Ladies. And Army are yet to test the efficiency of Grace Crofy. There are other games that would be played. And that would have to do with the match day 16 of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. And I have really been contemplating who the reps in the two zones would be in the grand finale. We've had Hazakers and Ampem Dakwan ladies in the last 3 consecutive seasons.
Clearly looking at it, it seems they are going to, once they've lost out of the FA Cup, they will do everything in their possible best to make sure they get that one on their sleeve. As Hazakers will be thinking to extend to the 5th trophy, Ampem Dakwan will be urging to catch up on Hazakers, join level with them.
Corner kick to Berry ladies. And that has to do with how Mata Apia, the captain for today's game for Berry ladies, she did a lot of pressing up front. And that made Adama Al-Hassan to give away that corner kick. It's floated in, but no player in sight for Berry ladies. It's high time the technical teams of most of these players begin to work much more on their set pieces, because all these are goal scoring opportunities that they can't be missing out on. In the long run, what matters is the goal, but before you get the goal, you need to create an opportunity, a chance for yourself, and one of those is through the corner kicks. Berry ladies, Jacqueline in an offside position, well flagged and well spotted. And she just lifts it without any protest because she knows that she was clearly behind in terms of her timing. As we approach the 20th minute of the game, Lily Nibel Lawrence. Lily, after wall marked, ends up giving it away to Berry ladies. Hazakers are making different results this season, and so is Ampem Dakwan ladies. A slot is awaiting any team that makes it the best to represent Ghana in the Wafu competition. And if from the Wafu Zone B competition, if the result exceeds expectation, that means a slot will be waiting for that team in the CAF Women's Champions League. And that is the apex, the greatest of platforms that players would have for personal marketing, that teams would have for goodwill and mileage as well. Regina Donko, Harrieta Kokwa JT. Free kick, 20 minutes on the clock. Berry ladies 0, Army ladies 0. When are we getting the goals?
It's always so tight and close when it comes to these two teams. It's either 1-0 or their first match was 4-0, in which Berry ladies whitewashed Army ladies, but the rest of them have been either 1-1 draw, 0-0 draw. The scoreline hasn't been that massive. Looking at it clearly and how they are playing, it doesn't look it's going to be raining of goals here. It's a game of equal between Berry ladies and Army ladies. Looking at their last 5 fixtures, I guess it's Army ladies who has picked up 3 points out of the possible 15. And Berry ladies has picked only 2 out of the possible 15. Not looking good for them. losing their last two matches, they'll be hoping for a win this time around. But they are not getting it easy at all here at the Medina Astroturf.
Goal kick to Berry Ladies for match day 15. A recap of some of the scorelines that we had from the various games that have been played. Adama Al Hassan's effort, the second on the day. She's hoping to put her side in the lead. Fosu Royal Ladies drew 1-1 with Dreams Ladies. So that means had Dreams Ladies won their game, they would have closed the gap difference in terms of the points between them and Ampimdakwan Ladies.
That means 2 points.
And that would have been just
2 points between
2
them.
points between them. Northern Ladies beat Kumasi Sports Academy by 2-1. Ashtown Ladies lost at the Bantima Astroturf to Tamale Super Ladies. And Prisons Ladies beat defending champions Ampimdakwan Ladies by 2-1. Supreme Ladies, on the other hand, recorded a good victory of 2-1 over Pelpiat Ladies. And that meant that that result was a double jeopardy on the part of Pelpiat Ladies. In the Southern Zone, Fed Ladies recorded comprehensive victory over Lady Strikers. Army Ladies with a chance, and Grace Crofty nearly allowing Army Ladies to be ahead here at the Medina Astroturf. Just when it was sent in, the first attempt, Grace was so much eager in order to go and then have few words with her defenders, and that was when she nearly allowed Ami.
That was a great effort from Latifa Mohammed. That rounds and that pace, she needed to just lay off a pass to someone in particular, but she nearly just gifted it to Grace. That wasn't a punch in it.
Free kick to Berry Ladies. And it has to do with how very swift the likes of Comfort Kobina and then Comfort Yeboah, together with Martha Apia, have been up front for Berry Ladies. And Deborah Ano, the last time right from such a position, she ended up rattling the goal post. Another free kick for Berry. It's not on target.
I mean, it's a bit windy in as much that she's their set piece taker. Sometimes she just have to read as well and then pick a spot and has to go with a punch. This one was just a pass, not anything in particular.
The technique wasn't executed efficiently there by Deborah Ano. As we approach the 25th minute of the game, it's still barren here with Berry, who are on the set position and the 19 point, hoping to leapfrog at the expense of Army, who are on the 4th position at the moment with 21 points. Offside there against Berry Ladies. And that means they would need to work on their timings and their rounds very well to avoid always being in the offside position, because Army Ladies are playing a high line, and as such, if the run is not well timed, they would always be flagged offside. Mary Sosu of Army Ladies. And looking at Mary Sosu, it gives you so much reflections on the reflexes of goalkeeper Mary Nikwe, formerly of Immigration Ladies, who is now with Faith Ladies after Immigration Ladies were relegated. They went to get her in order to have her services as well.
They had that injury problem when they went to the Super Cup in Tamale. They needed the services. After Banza was injured, they had to call up her to take the position, and she's been not too bad for Faith Ladies. As experienced goalkeeper, she's still doing very well in the late. We've got experienced goalkeepers as well. You see Grace Banwa also in there. Farahana of Prisons is also in there. Grace Kofi Amwa for Berry Ladies. Not that bad when it comes to goalkeeping. A decision that wasn't happy for Ampoma Jacqueline.
A very strategic effort there by Ellen, much to the displeasure of Jacqueline. Amponsa Ampoma. Ladies with another wayward effort. The teams haven't been very clinical. The attempts have not even been on target. And that is one thing that I'm sure the two coaches involved will need to work on very much efficiently during their pep talk at recess. Lily Nubel Lawrence, Harriet, and a player of Berry Ladies has gone to the ground, and that has to do with Sarah Bachman. So you look at the way Berry Ladies are doing a lot of pressing. We saw that when Malta Apia did a bit of extra pressing. They ended up getting the corner. So when you do a lot of pressing, you end up, closing in on the gap and then not allowing your opponent to have that luxury of time to play their normal football. And that is an advantage to you as a team. And that's why always it's encouraged that players and teams need to adopt a lot of pressing.
I'm impressed with Malta playing the heart of defense, switch to the striking abilities and how she has placed herself and positioned herself doing all the pressing up front. You can just tell that if you have such a utility player in your team, you always have answers to certain questions when it comes to the job. She's been extremely good. She picked a pocket of spaces, giving the direct passes.
Mary Sosu of Army Ladies with that great intervention there for her side. She just had to ensure that Portia Sechua doesn't get that good supply that she was given there by Malta Apia, because had she gotten that, that would have been a very huge blow for Army Ladies as we approach the 30th minute of the game. It's still goalless. Berries and blue yet to have a shot on target. Army Ladies, Sarah Koulibaly, Adamal Hassan, and it's free kick to Berry Ladies. Sarah Koulibaly running into traffic there. Two players marking her before Adamal Hassan came up with that foul. It's water break at the moment. A huge chance for the coaches to let their players know where they have fallen short in the first 30 minutes of the game. The two coaches would have lots of words, especially with their various strikers, because if you look at the strikers of both teams, Martha Apia as well as Sarah Bachman, and then again, Gloria Fosua and Vera Bema, they haven't really featured much in the game.
They are not getting the supply from the midfielders. You can see it's a 50-50 battle chances in which is a midfield play. They are not getting the clear-cut chances. The delivery, the passes to the forward are not getting to them very well. So anytime it gets to them, they are either dispossessed or they are really not in place to receive the ball to make it count. It has been not that kind of match that we were expecting here at the Medina Street. It has been a bit dark. You haven't seen the clear-cut chances for both teams, yet they are putting in much more effort. Sometimes you get games like this, but the goal is much as important. You can't get that exciting football from the teams, but you just get the goals coming in. Joseph is giving the pep talk to the Army ladies. Berry ladies are on pitch discussing among themselves, talking to themselves. They should be getting the job done here since their last 5 matches hasn't been good for them. Army ladies trying to keep up the momentum to see if they can. They drop points at home to Hazaka's ladies, just a point instead of the 3 points. And Berry ladies on the other note also losing or dropping points. But this looks like Berry ladies needs it more, because once it's home, you've just got about just a match at home to play. 3 matches more to go. So this is their last but one match at home in the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League.
The home support is what keeps most teams running efficiently. The home support is where they have their number 12 to cheer them on to victory. That is where they have a lot of morale, a lot of confidence playing. It's only few of those teams that have performed very well on the road. And as much as Berry have the ability of being good on the road, but their home support is what they've always counted on in the last seasons to keep them afloat. Lily Nibel Lawrence. And Lily couldn't get that pass back. Match day 15, and this happens to be the only game left before the match day 16 is played. With just 3 games more to end the 2023-2024 season. In 2022, and Pemdakwan ladies, they won the title. In 2023, they won it again. In 2024, will they be able to do that? Or perhaps a different team would do that?
They've always had the upper chance on Hazakas when it comes to them, and always travels all the way to penalties before the match could be decided on. This time around, looking at the two sides, still dominating after all the national duties, CAF confederations coming in, playing as many matches as they have more than other matches. They are still keeping up the pace and dominating in the northern zone.
I mean, ladies, but Jacqueline had to drop deeper to help her defenders. It tells you the rate at which she has very good work rate. So doing both defensive and attacking duties on the day for Berry ladies. Angelica Sambek to Sarah Koulibaly. I mean, ladies, Gloria Fusua. 35 minutes gone. And it's still goalless. Harrieta Koko Ajete giving away that free kick to Berry ladies. Berry Matapia heads it in. Army ladies doing the most to clear their lines as the ball is thrashed away to safety by Sarah Koulibaly. Throwing going the way of Army ladies. And Army, they are the female team of the Ghana Armed Forces. They gained promotion into the top tier of the Women's Premier League in 2021. And since then, they've always made it to be part of the top 4. Last season, they gave Hazakis ladies a very, very stiff competition. And things have been different for this season for them. So if you look at the security service teams that we have so far in the top tier of the Women's Premier League, that means we are talking about the Ghana Security Service Police team.
Sessa.
But for immigration ladies, they were relegated in 2022, and since then they are yet to find their way back into the top tier of the Women's Premier League.
Prisons in the northern zone, police and army in the southern zone.
Yeah.
Immigration was also in the southern zone.
So we have the Ghana Army ladies in the southern, the Ghana Police Service, their women's team police ladies in the southern, and then immigration was also in the southern zone before they were relegated. And then in the northern zone we have prisons ladies. Free kick to Army ladies, and this it's well headed, but not on target once again. Vera Bema, Ellen Asonka, who was unmarked, and this has added up to one of those opportunities through set pieces that Army ladies have not maximized. A tussle there between Gloria Fosua, formerly of Tender Queens, and Deborah Arnold, of which the latter wins that, Angelica Sambik. But Jacqueline Amponsan Poma skips away from her, and Adam Al Hassan had to do the job better. Adam Al Hassan always at very strategic areas in defense for Army ladies. She gives away this free kick. A player who has featured for Ghana Black Queens, having earned different collabs, and the coach Nora Hoptel of Ghana's Black Queens. And talking in terms of Ghana Black Queens, they have the Women's African Cup of Nations to represent Ghana for Olympics. They were eliminated by Zambia's Copper Queens. But for Women's African Cup of Nations, they gained qualification. So Ghana Black Queens would be at the Women's African Cup of Nations, which is expected to be held later this year.
In Morocco.
Morocco are the host nation. So that has to do for Ghana's Black Queens. But for Ghana's Black Princesses, they've qualified to FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, a tournament that will be hosted by Colombia. And as such, they will be representing Ghana, and that will make it the 7th consecutive appearance of Ghana's Black Princesses. It tells you the strides of the various national teams under this current administration. And if we've been able to get very good teams to play in our respective national teams and then excel in a very massive and an impeccable manner, it all boils down to the competitiveness of the league. The Women's Premier League in the last 3 seasons have been top-notch. The competition in both zones have always been very encouraging. It had to take match day 18 before Hazakes were noted to be the team that would be in the grand finale at the Women's Premier League last season, because they had a very strong competition from Faith Ladies, and I remember that tense game at the famous Jendu Park. Berry Ladies, Latifa Mohammed wards off that danger there for Army Ladies, but that was temporal as Jacqueline Ampoma Amponsan continued with the attack, which has earned her the corner kick for Berry Ladies.
The organizational defense of Army Ladies is always strong. They always put more bodies in the box to make sure they defend their lines clearly. And Berry Ladies couldn't make it count this time around. How many opportunities, set pieces will they gain to be able to lure in the first goal? No one in particular from that corner kick.
Mary Sosu of Army Ladies football has so much evolved that we see goalkeepers giving assists in games. There are a lot of practical examples, goalkeepers leading by examples. That's the modern trend of modern football. And I believe with time, our teams would gradually begin to adopt that.
But looking at it clearly, after the coaches, it's always the goalkeepers who see all the loopholes when they are in the post. Of course, if there's not much pressure mounted on you, you should be that coach on the pitch to be really telling your players where to be at what particular time, because you really see the pockets of spaces and then the mistakes that clearly goes on the pitch.
Two minutes more to end the first half here at the Medina AstroTurf, match day 15 of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. It's just 3 games more to call it a wrap for the 2023-2024 season. Another season which comes to an end. Throwing to Army Ladies. And Army were nearly surprised when Sea Lions visited them. They had to get that crucial equalizer in the late minutes of the game. That would have been one of those huge setbacks, huge upsets of the season. And as much as teams that are in the relegation zone always tend to come up with some of these surprises, but that would have been one of the most shocking results.
Then you've seen teams that are struggling, always on the edge of they fear no fall again. So they just put in much effort, whatever happens at that particular time. If they could salvage even a point, it clearly amounts up to the point that they have to build up to stay in the league. Sometimes when it comes to these 2 teams or even these teams in the top 4, they are always reluctant when they are playing against the last but one teams. They feel it's all done and they underrate, and those are the results that comes with it if you underrate those teams.
Sarah Bachman gets the first yellow card of the game, and when the yellow card was brandished to her, she was so much surprised. She wanted to have few words with the referee, but her captain on the day, Malta Apia, explained to her the reason why she had to get that card. It tells you the leadership traits of such players like Malta Apia. The damage had been caused, and she herself might go into the books of the referee as well. And she is not protesting.
She knows what she's done.
She knows that was a very clumsy tackle there on her path. So 2 successive yellow cards for the home team. Sarah Bachman and Martha Apia going into the books of referee Messi Watima Jan. The 3 minutes of additional time, which was added, is left with only 2 minutes before we go for a recess for the technical teams to have words with their players as well.
Just some few minutes more for the first half, and it's a goal kick for Berry Ladies. And there's a long one in there. Berry Ladies making the runs. Vera has been dispossessed. Berry Ladies clearing their lines, and Adama make that runs. Good one. And at the edge of the box, nearly a penalty for Army Ladies. I mean, quite clearly, look at that pass that Adama laid off, and the turnaround was just clipped, giving the free kick at this very late minute. And Adama behind had a word with Vera, and it seems it's the set piece taker for Army Ladies is Adama. A good one, equally a good one in, and Berry Ladies have cleared their lines really well. A throw in, Army Ladies quickly taken and wayward by Captain Adama Al Hassan. A goal kick for Berry Ladies. And Raceway quickly passes. And the first half here at Medina AstroTurf.
The first half is halted here, and it was still goalless between Berry Ladies and Army Ladies for the match day 15 of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. None of the teams was able to make use of the chances that they had. A couple of them which went the way of Adama Al Hassan together with Martha Apia of Berry Ladies, but none was on target. None could find its way into the back of the net. So it ends here for the first half. Berry Ladies 0, Army Ladies 0.
When I dey home and want something quick to chop, everything dey inside, groundnut milk and sugar. I only need some water. Soak is made easy, oh. Give carry make it dey be oh. Chop am anywhere. It dey be oh. For your office, boarding house, everything dey inside, groundnut milk and sugar. I only need some water. Soak is made easy, oh. Give carry make it dey be oh.
Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. Soakings are easy. This advert is FDA approved.
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On? Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
Haven't you downloaded StarTimes On?
What is StarTimes On?
It's a mobile app.
Save on data bundles.
Watch videos.
Save on data bundles.
Watch videos.
Save on data bundles. Watch videos.
StarTimes On, a data-saving video app used by more than 50 million people in Africa. Search StarTimes On from Google Play or App Store. Watch video anytime, anywhere. Download now.
It's Lucky Win.
The best in online games is here. Lucky Win Ghana. If we say Sika Wofia, Nije Wofie. This year, dear, it's your chance to chop big. So play any of our games such as Super Spin, Cash Spin, Classic Roulette, Penalty Shootout, Slot 777, Crash Games, and more at www.luckywin.com.gh. With a minimum of 1 Ghana cedis, you stand a chance to win instant cash prizes up to 1 million Ghana cedis on your phone. Plus, you can withdraw your cash prizes at any time of the day. So hurry now, because Mr. Money know the waste time. Lucky Win, play with less, chance to win big. This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, only for persons 18 years and above. Gaming can be addictive.
When I dey home and want something quick to chop, everything dey inside, groundnut milk and sugar. I only need some water. Soak is made easy, oh. Kivo carry mix. It dey be, oh. Chop am anywhere. It dey be, oh. For your office, boarding house, everything dey inside. Groundnut milk and sugar. I only need some water. Soak is made easy, oh. Kivo carry mix. It dey be, oh.
Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. Soakings are easy. This advert is FDA approved.
So this is how the two teams marched onto the pitch as we wrap up our live coverage for match day 15 of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League, with 3 match days more left before the season ends. As often as usual, teams will walk onto the pitch with nothing but the penultimate target of getting in the goals, which can end up giving them the 3 points. The coaches were set, the referees were so much alert as well, and the teams and the players who were so much positioned needed to give their best when the referee had blown her whistle. The first opportunity went the way of Buried Ladies, and this free kick, which was taken by Deborah Arno of Buried Ladies, ended up rattling the goalpost, but not giving Buried Ladies the lead. Adam Al Hassan, who took most of the free kicks of Army Ladies, nearly set up Vera Bema here. Had it not been for the intervention of Grace Kofi Amoa of Berry, Army would have gotten the lead. Despite the chances that were created, with most of these chances being in the form of set pieces, a goal could not be scored by any of the teams. There were quite a few other challenges and tackles there by the teams, of which the referee had to caution weren't necessary. And this was when the ball was swung in there by Berry Ladies' Sarah Bachman. Another free kick there which was taken by Regina Donko. Still couldn't find its way into the back of the net for Berry Ladies. And after seeing much of it, the referee, with this being one of the free kicks right on the edge of the penalty area, the Vera Bema had for Army Ladies, but after it was taken, Army still couldn't get the goal. So it ends here for the first half. Berry Ladies 0, Army Ladies 0. Over to Nafisa for the first half analysis.
As first half here at the Medina AstroTurf where is 0-0 as Esther predicted before she started the commentary. Anna said it under. Very dull first half match game between Berry Ladies and Army Ladies. Not the best or not what we were anticipating for. But first half, 0-0.
Well, like you've already explained, you realize that the game itself has a low tempo since the commencement of the game. You realize that both games, no team has gotten his pattern yet. Realize it's 50-50 challenges and all of them are just playing like no game pattern. We have not seen any telepathy in their game. So look, way forward, I don't know whether if maybe the sun has affected or I don't know the weather has affected them or something because the game is really not flowing. But we also saw in the first 4 minutes where this girl had a very brilliant opportunity on the left hand where she didn't bury the chance. But like you rightly said, there is no game plan when it comes to what we just saw in the first half.
The game plan has been there, but no urgency in both teams when you look at them. It doesn't seem most of them are angry for this point. Berry Ladies on 6th position, 19 points. Army Ladies on 4th position with 21 points. Just 2 points between these two. And always when there is a match like this, it's Berry Ladies who has the upper hand on Army Ladies. But this first half, we haven't seen the clear-cut chances for Berry Ladies.
Yeah, earlier on, I had the opportunity to speak to both of the officials, and then they were eyeing really for the top 4 spots. But coming to the game, we didn't see that urgency as you are talking about. The two, they have 2 points difference between them. So we've not really gotten what we want to see in the game. But normally, when a game commences like this, normally game changes in the second half most often that we see. So I'm expecting the technical handlers to work on their game plan, to work on their urgency so that at least we'll see a very smooth and nice game in the second half.
Let's talk about the home team, Berry Ladies.
Okay.
5 matches, yet to pick up a win. They have lost 3 and drawn 2 in their last 2. It's not looking good for Berry Ladies. We know there's a problem in the team, but how quickly can they solve the team before the very last 3 matches? Or they think they are comfortable in the position that they find themselves?
Yeah, one thing I would like you to also know is that when you start well in the Women's Premier League, it helps you a lot when it gets into the dying embers of the league. You realize that they started so well, but looking at the second phase of the league, they started dropping. Teams have gone to recruit players, teams have seen them play, teams have strategized, so they are finding it very hard to get their peak. That is why we see them dropping day in, day out. But at the end of the day, if you look at how they came into this particular game, it's up to them for them to lift up their game if they really want to win the game. Army too has gotten the likes of, they didn't have the likes of Patience Mante, where their captain, she's not in the game today because she has 2 yellow cards, so she's out of the game. So you realize that it's having a turn on their flesh because the midfield is not moving, they are not having their telepathy how they used to play. But looking forward, maybe they are going to do some good changes, and I'm sure probably when they come back, both teams will bring something that we would all love to watch.
So looking at it, there have been 4 changes prior to the match they played against Hazakes from Army Ladies. The captain, Patience Ajete, is not there. Wood also got injured, and they have a live replacement. Doesn't mean Berry Ladies are not seeing the loopholes that they can take advantage in this very first half. Malta has been deployed in the very different position this time around, being the captain, always in defense. But this time around, you can see she's the arrowhead and then trying to do something. She's moving around, getting the clear cut. Mostly, she's the midfielder who has the eye to pass on the ball. Now that she's being deployed as a striker, who is going to do that kind of runs and then giving her that passes to be able to bury the balls?
Yeah, like you already said, Mata is a player it's a very good player. We all know what Mata can do. And realize that Mata is a versatile player where when coaches realize her importance at a particular angle, they try to put her. We saw the likes of Mata playing defense, midfield, left wing, right wing. So probably Coach Rima has watched the Army game and he has also deployed some strategy whereby he's trying. Maybe we are not seeing what he wants to do. Maybe it's not doing well for him. But at the end of the day, you realize that if Mata gets the ball, she's trying to penetrate, but it's just not working. So I think when they go back into the dressing room, have they gone back in the first half, they are going to sit down, analyze the game, and then I'm sure they are going to come out with something different in the second half.
It's a 4-4-2 formation that Klinsmann has deployed.
Yeah.
Mata sometimes had to drop in because of how utility or how free she's gotten there.
Yeah.
But who is up front, who is supporting her when she drops in, who is up there to pick up those passes? And when the person is up there or she's up there, who also gives her that important ball? Because this is something that they are lacking up front. Even though they are doing the work well, Army isn't a team that you can really... Adama Heart of Defense is really organizing well. Yeah. And it seems she has man-marked Mata and trying to play her out of position.
Yeah. As you can see, we are seen from that angle, but there's one player we've just forgotten, Jacqueline. She's doing a lot of run on the left-hand flank. Mata is playing more to her, but she's not just getting the ball as she was, because her first control just go off the yard. So I think when Jacqueline gets her day, or when she gets her peak in this game, she's going to torment the defense of Army so well.
Jacqueline has been all over the pitch trying to pick a pocket of spaces. Mata is doing all the run, but yet they are not getting... They've been asking questions anyway, but they are not daring much more enough and putting much more pressure on Army ladies. Doesn't mean their last 5 matches, as we have seen, is really affecting Berry ladies. They are not making progress. They are not improving. And match after match in and match out, they are trying to just set back. And then, as a result, it seems they have really gotten a kind of not a good result. And it seems they are not putting in much effort. Sometimes teams carry the burdens on their shoulder.
Like you rightly said, it's up to both technical handlers. Mata, like I said, Mata with Jacqueline. When you see they play some system, when Mata gets the ball, she sends the ball to Jacqueline and she runs over it. But it depends on how the coach, technical handlers, is going to draw them, put them to order for them to get them the results. So I think going forward, I think they are going to... This second half is going to be a total different game altogether. And I think you will see a mouth-watering game in this second half.
You are seeing a very experienced player in the heart of defense for Army ladies, in the heart of Adama Al-Hassan and Angelique Sambik. Very solid behind.
These two gems are very solid. They are marshalling the defense. Adama is at the same time she's a captain. She's commanding them, pushing them. I'm sure that left wing, she has taken control of that left. So that is not really working for Berry Lady. That is why Jacqueline have shifted to the left wing of the attack to operate, and it's really not working for her. But then I'm sure the coaches are also doing some 1 or 2 hitches to make sure that all these things will come to pass. But Angelique in the central midfield, she has got a lot of experience. She played from Ampem Dakwa way back to Thunder Queens before moving to Amshia. So she has got a lot of experience when it comes to the Women's Premier League. And I'm sure she's doing a very good job at the defense.
Seeing them introduce your own player, Gloria Fusua, in there, what is Gloria going to put in the second half? Because clearly she's gotten the chance to play. What is Gloria's position in the forward setup of the ladies?
Gloria, as we all know what Gloria can do, but since the commencement of this league, we are not seeing much of her. We are hoping for her to get her peak. I learned she's having some minor injuries and stuff in the camp. But I think moving forward, they've given her the opportunity to explore what she can also do. I think she only has to get herself back into the game, make sure she works on herself. I'm sure she's a very good player that she can do better if given the opportunity. So I think she should look and then steady, and I'm sure she'll give them the results. If given the opportunity, she'll give them the results. She's a very nice player, good player.
Giving them a results. In this second half, what's clearly, you have to sum it up. What should we expect in both teams? Berry ladies, what are they supposed to do? And Army ladies, what are they supposed to do? Because it's a game of equal now.
Yeah, this game is a game of equal. So I think both sides should only work on their tactics, and I'm sure this game, it's a 50-50 affair. Anybody can, provided you do your work and you do it well, anybody can carry the day.
Doesn't mean Berry ladies have just on the relaxed level. They have been beating Army ladies all the time, whether they are in form or not. They have had the clear opportunities. What are we expecting from Berry ladies?
Berry ladies,
could they pull a surprise in the second half?
They can if Army slips a little bit on the field of play, because they are pushing. That's why I said earlier on, if they allow Mata to operate, then I think they are going to be beaten, because Mata is really looking for one clear-cut opportunity, and I'm sure when she's been given, she'll just get the
set pieces taker. They've had a bit of 1 or 2 set pieces in the half of Berry ladies. but clearly not on target.
Yeah, I think they are, with their set pieces, they have the likes of Adama, who has taken 1 or 2, which I don't think with the Amelie, which is not really working. But it's left for them to position themselves properly, so that when the ball comes, they cannot, or they can kick the ball into the post. But like we all rightly said, both teams are not really on their feet or on their grounds. But I'm sure probably if a scoreline should come, I think they'll be able. But let's not forget, Ami is trying to get us some passes. When the ball, they try to play around them. That is what we want to see. We also want to see good football. So I think both sides, when given opportunity, they could give us a very good game.
On that note, we'll be crossing over to Esther Benkwa to take us through the next 45 minutes of the game between Berry Ladies and Army Ladies.
Welcome back to the Medina AstroTurf match day 15 of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. The first half, in as much as both teams had enormous opportunities, none could find the back of the net. We are back, having had some frantic moments in the first period, perhaps in the second period, of which we have only 45 minutes for both teams. They could do things better than they did before. The first half, most of the players and the teams in their finishing, they were not clinical, they weren't instrumental and didn't make positive impact in terms of getting the goals. But first half gone, second half commencing, and teams getting the chance to be spoken to by their coaches. A different sense of urgency, different approach could be brought to bear in the second period. Goal kick. Mary Sosu to take the goal kick for Army Ladies, and in the second period of the game, Army in green are playing from left to right, whereas Berry Ladies in blue-black are playing from right to left. Another throw going the way of Army Ladies. And it's free kick. Free kick awarded to Elizabeth Ayabia of Berry Ladies, who in the last 2 minutes of the second period have increased the tempo of their game. Harriet Akoko there with the block. It will be goal kick. Harriet Akoko managed to ensure that she prevents Deborah Arnold from getting a very good sight of goal. Mary Sosu. Berry Ladies. Great save. Again there by Mary Sosu. You look at the build-up, just how Portia Situa was able to send that pinpoint pass across, hoping to find the feet of Sarah Bachman. But Mary Sosu had to nullify that attack for Army Ladies and deny Berry Ladies the chance to have gotten the lead. Most of the advantages in terms of the dead ball situations are going the way of the home side. So first substitution of the afternoon for Berry Ladies, and that substitution will see Sarah Bachman paving the way for Elizabeth Adjoa Watson to take her place. So first crucial substitution, and that was made by Berry. Obviously, coach Paul Klinsmann and Ponsan Freeman, he isn't willing to take chances because Berry ladies have always dominated whenever they play against Army ladies. They had this chance. The player who was well positioned was Portia Situa of Berry, but she still couldn't find the back of the net. Mary Sosu. Mata Apia sent it in, which goes straight into the arms of Mary Sosu. And Mary has been the busiest of goalkeepers so far in the last 5 minutes since we resumed the second period. And that has to do with a sense of urgency, the resilience and determination on the part of Berry ladies. They have gotten the players of Army right where they want them. And Army ladies haven't been able to even cross the center line. It tells you the kind of pressure that Berry are putting on the defense of Army. Elizabeth Ayabia, another crucial header there by Angelica Sambik of Army ladies. The last few minutes have been very nervy for Army ladies. Had this been at the back of the net, it wouldn't have been a surprise at all because they have been the busiest. It took a ricochet of a player of Army ladies. Corner kick is swung in, another one. Chance of a handball by Berry ladies. Free kick.
For the last minute is Berry ladies who look promising, and they are much more hungry for these 3 points, and they are making all efforts, pinning Army down in their very own half, seeing what clear cut they can do. They have a set piece free kick now for Berry ladies, advantageous position.
Berry ladies, it's floated in. Another huge, crucial save by Mary Sosu.
As you said rightly, she's been the busiest since the second half started. And her timing is that accurate. At the point I thought that was going to be a goal, looking at the height and the flight of the ball. But Sosu was right in the right position.
The flexibility, ability and awareness of Mary Sosu, the goalkeeper of Army ladies, has helped to still keep Berry ladies at bay. Gloria Fosua wins free kick for Army ladies. And coach Joseph Akim Mayangri of Army ladies knows that his girls are yet to settle in the second period as a result of the enormous pressure. Grace Trophy with a costly howler. She's saved by the bell.
She needs to be cautious. The very first half, she nearly gave away a ball like that. She's always not expert when it comes to it. She has been on the verge of not having that second. Her reflexes is really not helping. She needs to take charge, command the back. Nearly, this would have been a costly one for her team indeed. Looking at the pressure Berry ladies have mounted on Army ladies in the last 5 or 9 minutes, and this blinder could cost them. It really gives the defense a bit of setback, knowing that the goalkeeper is not capable. Then they will have to withdraw back and then give spaces, but Grace has to be very, very cautious and then careful on that note.
And since it's a temporary hold-up, that means you will need to quench your thirst. But how would you be doing it other than having and grabbing a bottle of the Malta Guinness Malta Guinness? And with that, you would be able to enjoy the Women's Premier League as well, in addition to a bottle of Malta Guinness. It's so refreshing. Indeed, Malta Guinness feel and enjoy a world of good. They are the headline sponsor of the Women's Premier League in Ghana. 3 years signed and sealed.
A non-alcoholic Malta drink that refreshes everybody. Cut across all locations. You just need to grab yourself a Malta Guinness. And now in a clear crystal bottle, the same taste, vitality, goodness and energy that you get when you grab yourself a bottle of Malta Guinness.
We've had the last 10 minutes of the second period to be very exhilarating, with both teams increasing the tempo of their game, doubling their efforts and doing better than they did in the first period. Berry ladies, Jacqueline Ampoma Amponsa. Mata Pia in an offside position. So the advantage would go the way of Army ladies. We are at the business end of the 2023-2024 season of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. And yet it's difficult to tell who the two finalists would be for this season. Adamal Hassan against Jacqueline Ampoma Amponsa. Vera Bema giving Regina Donko the chase there, and goalkeeper Krofi Grace came out but couldn't get a hold of the ball and was fortunate to have been rescued by her teammate Regina Donko, who thought of simplicity as the easiest, safest means of warding off that danger, and as such had to give that corner kick to Army ladies. Elizabeth Ayabia with a committed header there for Berry ladies. Jacqueline Ampoma Amponsa, and Jacqueline has Sambik to contend with, and yet another chance of handball there against Army ladies. Ampoma Amponsa sent in that delivery, and Sambik was in the way of it.
This debate of natural position or not natural position, Esther, it has really come of age that who exactly will be in a better place to tell us the hand was in a natural position, was on natural position.
In some situations, whenever you are as a player, and if you are in your penalty area, it only classifies to be a natural position when your both hands are beside your body. If you raise it slightly, that isn't a natural position.
Looking at it, I think it was on a natural position, but the assistant referee was on a better view to know whether it was a penalty or not, because looking at that angle, as the assistant referee will be able to tell. But it looked as if the body was being tilted a bit towards the chest. That was when the hand had a bit of the ball. But with this, was on the blind side of the referee, and if assistant referee wasn't able to help, she gets away with it.
Berry Ladies began the second half with a substitution, and Army Ladies are following suit as they prepare to introduce Nancy Opoku into the game. And Nancy has been one of the key players, the game changers actually, of Army Ladies. She had a very superb partnership with Zinatu Al-Hassan, and that means Gloria Fosua is paving the way for Sarah Bachman, is paving the way for Nancy Opoku to come in. So Harriet Akwoko Ajete, the sister of Patience Akere Ajete, has been substituted. Army have introduced Mariama Foriwa, so double substitution for Army Ladies. Urgent moments require urgent decisions.
Because like for like substitution there for Army Ladies, they are reinforcing their teams. You're getting much more fresh leg for the second half. It looks as if Berry Ladies have lifted up their game after having that bottle of Malta Guinness. They look sharper in the second half and probing to ask questions. Army Ladies are yet to settle, but we'll see how the game goes in the very second half. 60 minutes gone.
And that was the first ferocious attempt by Army Ladies in the second period. Angelica Sambek realized that Grace Crofy was off her line and wanted to catch her by surprise. Sarah Coulibaly, Lily Nibel Lawrence, Army Vera Bema, the third top scorer of the season. And it's offside against Army Ladies. So the only distinction in terms of the exploit of individual players and its impact on the general stats for the 2023-2024 season of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League has to do with the top scorer of the season so far. Because last season, by this time, we had Princess Owusu of Fabulous Ladies, who was leading the goal chart before Mary Amponsan of Ampem Dakwan Ladies followed second as well. And interestingly, for this season, none of these two players are on the chart for the top scorers. For Princess Owusu, it's understandable that she isn't in the top tier of the Women's Premier League so far. And that Mariam Ponsa is also nursing injury at the moment. But what must be commended has to do with the fact that Ampem Dakwan Ladies have always made it a point to have a player of theirs contesting and contending earnestly for the top scorer of the season. So in the absence of Mary Amponsa, they have Amponsa Ophelia.
Clearly, you've been having all top goal scorers coming from the northern zone. I sometimes can't understand why it's all coming from the northern zone, not the southern zone, saying it was divided into the northern and the southern zone. Most of the top scorers are coming from the northern zone, and this time around, it was Vera Bema of Army Ladies who took the lead. For as match day 9, she was still leading the top goal scorer till Ofiri Amponsa came on after the CAF and national assignment, after clearing all their outstanding matches, made it a point with the hat-tricks, and the brace made her the top goal scorer as it stands match day 15.
65 minutes on the clock. And as similar as the previous narratives, Berry Ladies are without a goal. Army, likewise. We saw the late goal that was scored by Esiam Socrates. The other late goal that they conceded when they hosted Faith Ladies. Hopefully, they wouldn't find themselves in a very painful, similar situation today as well.
They've conceded about 10 goals in their last 5 matches.
In the last 5 games of Berry Ladies, they drew goalless with Lady Strikers. They also drew goal 2-2 with Hazakis Ladies at the Jindu Park. They lost 2-0 to Esiam Socrates. On the road, they lost by 5-2 in the hands of Sea Lions. And then Faith Ladies pipped them by a lone goal in their last home game. Army Ladies, on the other hand, in their last 5 games, they drew 1-1 with Hazakis Ladies. They lost by a lone goal in the hands of Esiam Socrates at the Inyani Basa AstroTurf. They drew 1-1 with Sea Lions at the Teshimat Park. And Faith Ladies beat them by a lone goal before they managed the only win in their last 5 games, which was 5-2 victory over Police Ladies.
This has been a shambolic performance by these two teams in their last 5 matches. Just Army Ladies managing a 5-2 goal score lines against their security counterparts, Police Ladies, and after that, they haven't had any good results yet. But Berry Ladies is just not, and they need to make amends at their last but one home match that they are playing. Looking at it, it's not really good for them. And their last matches in this game, this is how it stands. They have got 3 matches more to go. Their next match is against Soccer Intellectuals in Cape Coast. And their last match will be at home to Jonina. And then not a good opponent for them. They are facing Police Ladies in their match day 18 final match. This is a tricky and then a very, very not favorable fixtures for them in their very last 3.
Jacqueline Ampoma Ponsa. Jacqueline! She had the sight of goal. She should have found the back of the net, but she fails to do that. She just kept away beautifully from Army Ladies, Ellen.
Comfort Siabwa on that note was arriving late, and
huge chance not taken by Berry Ladies, Jacqueline Ampoma Ponsa.
You must give credit to Mary, closing her up in that angle, not giving her the chance to get a clear cut to give that strike, and she has to lay off the pass. Comfort Yeboah on that note was so slow to get a leg on that ball. Chance wasted. Ami in attacking position now. More bodies in the line.
So you look at the work rate of Jacqueline Ampomamponsa, a player who just missed a chance there, is back to defense. It can't be double misery for her side. If they didn't score, they can't concede. And her effort there helped to ward off that danger in the defense of police ladies. Martha Apia. Martha. Corner kick. It's corner kick to police ladies. How about that for Martha Apia?
Just look at the first touch of the ball. Getting a clear cut from Kobna, Comfort Kobna on that note, but it wasn't right. A corner quickly taken.
A chance aside, and it's a chance there for Berry Ladies. 12 yards to be in the lead. Handball this time around, well spotted. It all began right when Mary Sosu had come out and failed to deal with that ball that was swung in. Her initial attempt not successful, and then she fumbled in clearing it off before that handball.
Berry Ladies have been asking these questions for a very long time. Since the second half, they have pushed or pinned Berry Ladies in their very own half, resulting in this penalty, a spot kick for an opportunity for Berry Ladies to convert. Does it?
Berry in the lead. Comfort Yeboah putting Berry Ladies in the lead from the 12-yard. Of course, it's the spot kick. Berry Ladies, after several attempts, have managed to break the deadlock in the 70th minute of the game. A penalty well converted, well taken, well effected, that Mary Sosu just had to stare at as far as it finds its way into the back of the net. The composure from Comfort Yeboah, it's commendable. So Berry Ladies 1, Army Ladies 0.
Of course, a potential decisive moment for Berry Ladies to take the lead. In the very second half that is commenced, they have really pushed, asking questions, and Berry Ladies have been asking that questions, and truly they have found answers to that. But as they'll be able to hold on to that goal or add more, only time will tell Adamadina Astrotek.
The pressing, of course, by Berry Ladies have done a lot of disjointing to the defense of Army Ladies. And that is why they just had to succumb to one of those attempts. Finally throwing in the towel in a very painful manner from the spot kick. Berry take the lead. A coalition involving two players. Adamal Hassan of Army Ladies. And as such, they will need urgent treatment.
They will take this opportunity to have a quick, as they calm themselves down. Not new to Berry Ladies, they've always had that upper hand on Army Ladies. Not a surprising result.
Football, a game of contacts, and as such, injuries are inevitably bound to happen. A confirmation of the goal scorer for today's encounter so far, Comfort Yeboah of Berry Ladies.
Had opportunity from the spot kick and converted it. Berry Ladies having that sweet berry at Medina Street here in the commanding lead. If it stays like this, should it stay like this, meaning they'll move to the 4th position in the Southern Zone, replacing Army Ladies with just a point.
What a break at the moment, and that means the final quarter of the game, the last 15 minutes. The performance of these two teams will depend on what exactly was said to them by their technical handlers, of course. The last 15 minutes are their last moments to have their last final words with their players before the game ends. And this game, if you just joined, you are watching a live coverage of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League live on Max TV as Berry Ladies host Army Ladies. And you saw there shot by the technical handlers of Army Ladies having a real look at the penalty that they conceded. But these fans have gotten something to cheer about so far, because they always come for the purpose of witnessing goals. And they've been fortunate to have gotten one, which came in the 70th minute. Ernestina Amwate is one of the substitutions that Berry Ladies have made.
So many coaches here at the Medina Street F coaching behind from the fence.
And that's what is often said when you ask them in the local dialect, they will tell you, if you know how to play, we are very good as well, equally in watching and deducing when things are not going right. Martha up here. 76 minutes on the clock. Just a reminder that Hazakis failed to pick a win in the match day 15. They had just a point. And Pemdakwan Ladies failed to even pick a point. They lost to Prisons Ladies by 2-1. It was a weekend that Fed Ladies returned to winning ways with 3-1 victory. And if you are thinking of what the next games are going to be for your team, then this is how the fixture is. Pure Ladies would play against Ampem Dakwant Ladies. Tamale Super Ladies will play against Supreme Ladies. Fosu Royal Ladies would host Prison Ladies. Soccer Intellectuals, on the other hand, would welcome Berry Ladies. Lady Strikers would play against Army Ladies. Police Ladies would welcome Isiam Socrates, and Jonina would play against Hazakis Ladies. Corner kick to Army Ladies. Adam Al Hassan takes it. but Martha Appiah trashes it away. So this is the second attempt in terms of the corner kicks that Adam Al Hassan has failed to ensure that she takes a very good one in for her teammates to try find the back of the net. Dreams ladies would welcome Northern ladies at the Bantima AstroTurf, and Kumasi Sports Academy will play against relegation threatened side Ashtown ladies. So these are the fixtures for match day 16 of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League.
The season is almost coming to an end, and each point counts at this moment. You have to take advantage from home and make it count. 2 teams will be relegated from each zone, and the dominance of Ampem Dakwa and Hazakes seems they have no challenges when it comes to their various zones. Yes, they are losing points and still leading their various zones. Hazakes not been able to pick up a win in 3 matches. Ampem Dakwan also losing 2 in a row, and yet still find points or gaps between their second opponent. Ampem Dakwan 30, first, and Dreams Ladies with 26.4 point difference. Hazakes with 32 points, and Faith Ladies with 27 points, also 5 point difference from there. 3 matches more to go. Who wins the southern and the northern zone? Is this still going to be these 2 dominant teams, or surprises will be at the end?
80 minutes on the clock, 10 minutes for Army to negotiate for better results or leave here with another defeat. Sarah Koulibaly and Mary Sosu comes out very swiftly there for Army ladies. Free kick to Army. Free kick to Army ladies. If you look at the substitutes of Army ladies, Nancy Opoku, Mariama Foriwa, they are yet to feature most in this game so far since their introduction for Army ladies. Adam Al Hassan and Regina Donko has been very good so far. In the heart of defense for her side, Berry ladies. A defeat for Army would mean that the dominance of Berry ladies over them since they were promoted to the top tier of the Women's Premier League would continue. The best results that Army ladies have managed to get in their games against Berry ladies was a draw. And that was on 2 occasions, but 3 of such occasions have been victories for Berry ladies. Lily Nibel Lawrence to Mariama Foriwa, and Army lose out on possession again.
Mariama, hey! Mariama!
Three to Army ladies. Ellen. But Comfort Kobna clear the line. Mata Apia is back to defensive duties. Vera Bema. She managed to come out with a strike. And as much as she was flooded with players of Berry Ladies, 4 players of Berry Ladies, and still came out with a strike. It tells you that her instincts in the penalty area as a striker are always intact. And she always knows when to get her opportunities. Jacqueline, Latifa Mohammed,
their last match, which was played at Teshimat, it was Vera who had the early goal in the 21st minute for Army Ladies. And Berry Lady has to struggle. It took them to the 95th minute for Fakia Al-Hassan to grab that equalizer for them to put them match in the game, making it 1-1. And here, Berry Lady seems to have not been informed, but they are still grinding results. Army Ladies trying to find antidotes to what is happening now. But it seems everybody getting chances on Berry Ladies. Berry Ladies is still at home. They are very last but one match, and they are making sure they are taking all 3 points. And it's keeping them in the top 4 as it stands. They will do everything. They've been asking questions. The second half hasn't been so bad for Berry Ladies. Pushing up front, asking questions, getting in that passes through. And as and when Army Ladies fumbled, they took advantage in the spot kick, converted it easily. They are leading and they are still probing. Army Ladies trying their best to equalize, but it's still very difficult for them. 86 minutes. And Army Ladies is yet to get on the score. Army Ladies clearing their lines. This is Berry Ladies on the move on the counter. And the true pass wasn't able. Mary grabbing that, knowing that there's no more chance to waste. Army Ladies on attack now. As a throw in for Army Ladies. Time is not on their side. And Lily Nimba Lawrence will give that throw in, but Mary intercepts. Marta intercepted. Getting a foul on that note. Advantage to Berry Ladies. Elizabeth Aibia, referee will have to see Marta out, was treated, and she's trying that as a tactical wasting of time there for Berry Lady. She has to go out. Free kick quickly infected, and Berry Ladies will have to defend. Lily Liban Lawrence, Vera Bema, on that note was dispossessed, and is a throw in for Army Ladies. Ellen Asunka. On that note, a long one in there. The Army ladies have to keep it in. Another cross whip in. And then a chance for Army ladies in the box. And they've been closed down. Being constructive, and then Berry ladies have cleared their lines. Not to the best. And it's a goal kick for Berry ladies. Vera Beman's head on the ball, but it wasn't. Go to trouble, goalkeeper Grace Akofo.
The 90 minutes is up here at the Medina AstroTurf, awaiting the additional minutes from the fourth official. And that means that Berry, with this goal and the lead, would have their points increased. 6 minutes of additional time. A victory in this game would see the strikers well saved there by Grace Crofy of Berry Ladies. A victory in this game would mean Berry Ladies would now be part of the top 4, and they would have 22 points, whereas Army Ladies would drop out of the top 4 with 3 games before the season ends. Sarah Koulibaly to Adam Al Hassan. Adam receives the pass back. Beautiful exchange of passes between Sarah Koulibaly and Adama Al Hassan. You look at how Berries have been so much strategic in their quest to ensure that the time goes in their favor. Lily Nibel-Lawrence. Elizabeth Ayabia gets the possession back for her side. So you look at Berry and Hannah Bwabe, who didn't start the game today for her side, has become the other shadow coach of Berry Ladies.
This is how sometimes teammates have to help their players on the field of play, if you have the opportunity. I mean, last 3 matches, their next match is against Lady Strikers in Cape Coast. And they will be at home to Soccer Intellectuals in their last but 1 matches. And then their final match, they will be traveling to Antieku Park to meet Jonina in that tricky fixtures. How many points will Army Ladies will be picking out of the possible 9?
Jacqueline Ampoma Amponsa misses a glaring chance to double the lead of Berry Ladies and give them that ease for the final minutes before the game ends. 1v1. But Jacqueline again misses out.
When she drifted to the wide, it's difficult for her to use her left. Mostly she has to cut in, and anytime she does that, indecisive, she's being closed down, making it difficult for her to be able to strike always across the face of goal. Army ladies.
If there is any team that the clock doesn't favor, that is Army ladies, who have only 2 minutes on the clock. They have 2 minutes on the clock to at least leave here with a point.
Esther Miracle, their first encounter with Army ladies at the tertiary mat. Berry ladies equalized on the 95th minute as Army were on the verge of dropping all the 3 points and then a goal. Berry ladies equalized in the 95th minute. It might happen here.
Army ladies. Army well saved. Grace Crofy, free header. Ellen Swangen, very good delivery. But Vera Bema couldn't head it home in a successful manner for Army ladies. "50 seconds more left." Mary Sosu. Mariama Foriwa wins free kick for Army ladies with just 30 seconds on the clock. "30 seconds on the clock before the game comes to an end. Grace Crofy has to give her A performance with this save. Other than that, Army will leave here with a point. Adhamal Hassan behind the ball for Army with a delivery that can possibly be the last kick of the game. A referee has requested for a retake of it, indicating that the players had left where they were designated to be. Adhamal Hassan with the last chance to keep the hope of Army alive. And that was a very great save there by Grace Crofy, with a fingertip save which rattled the crossbar. And that was the final chance that Army had to have made a difference. It all ends here at the Medina AstroTurf. Once again, Berry ladies have exhibited their dominance over Army ladies. Another victory back, 3 points to their credit. And Army would need to go back and regroup and find better results in their last 3 games before the season ends. Another defeat on the road for Army. Another huge victory at home for Berry. It ends here at the Medina AstroTurf for March Day 15. Berry ladies 1, Army ladies 0. This is how the second half started, after a goalless first half and after coaches getting the chance to have words with your players. And the team that had its players adhering to what they said efficiently was Berry ladies, because they increased the tempo of their game, created a lot of chances, and these were clear-cut ones. They did a lot of pressing up front, played and had a lot of touches in the final third of Army Ladies, and that gave them a lot of credit and a lot of advantage over their opponents. Army had to take a lot of minutes before settling in the game, but before they even settled, Berry had gotten their lead. Jacqueline Ampoma Amponsa had that before she made the recovery run into the defense to help her side defend that attack of Army Ladies. A corner kick that Berry Ladies had. After it was swung in, Mary Sosu failed to deal with it with the first attempt. A handball happened in the process, and Comfort Yeboah converted beautifully for Berry Ladies in the 70th minute to give them the crucial lead. A well-taken penalty that Mary Sosu just had to admire and stir. Well taken, well scored, lead deserved by Berry Ladies. After trailing, it meant that Army Ladies needed to double their effort, do much more than they did in their quest to get the equalizer. This ball was swung in, Veres Heather before the save. And Lily Nibelores getting this free kick for her side meant that Adamal Hassan needed to put this, but that wasn't meant to be. So it ends here for match day 15, the final game as a wrap. It is Berry Ladies 1, Army Ladies 0. So 56% ball possession for Berry, 44 for Army, 2 shots on target, 1 in a goal for Berry, and just 1 for Army Ladies, 5 corners for Berry Ladies, 1 for Army, 18 fouls committed, and 16 by Army Ladies. 2 yellow cards all went the way of Berry, but all the teams were disciplined enough not to have had a red card. So it ends Berry Ladies 1, Army Ladies 0. Over to Nafisa for the post-match interviews and analysis.
All of us here at the Medina Astroturf, where Berry Ladies, the home side, have beaten Army Ladies by a goal to nil. It's not usual, it's also unusual, it's just a mere formalities that always and always Berry Ladies have been beating Army Ladies. Coach is with me here, Coach Joseph. It's not good news as well, but it's not new to us. What is it that Army Ladies can't get off when it comes to they and Berry Ladies?
Okay, today's match, we came in to play this match to win, because normally we've been playing here and we find it very difficult. Normally we lose or maybe we draw, but this time around our plan was to win, but unfortunately we've fallen again, and that is how football is, so we have to accept it the way it is.
Army Ladies are out of the top 4 for the moment. 3 matches more to go. What should we look out for Army Ladies?
Once we haven't finished with the league, we have 3 matches to play. We'll make sure we win the 3 matches and at least qualify for the top 8.
Top 8, okay, so 4 in the northern zone and then 4 in the southern zone. Okay. Better luck next time, and then we hope your home match or away match, you pick up point from there.
Thank you.
So that is coach you've been speaking to. Not that happy, but it's not really a bad news. It's something that they have found it difficult to beat Berry Ladies since they came in the elite league in the Women's Premier League. I have here the winning coach. They have won 5 matches and now they have found a win. Coach, congratulations.
Thanks.
What did Berry Ladies do this time to get that win?
Well, I told you the last time that there are some issues. The moment we were able to trash those issues out, we see Berry. and we are still working on it. Even today, we have some problems. But I believe going forward, there's going to be better days for Berry.
3 matches more to go. What are we expecting from Berry ladies at the end of the season?
We're going to win all games. And we are going to be in the first 4, hopefully to be at the second position. But there's one thing I want to put across. I'm pleading to all referees, at least, they should make the women game more lively. They should try their best. Things are not all that good, I bet you.
That is the message to the referee from Berry ladies coach Klinsman or Freeman there, that referees, they are pleading to make the game lively, and then they will adhere to it. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you will have to get in. We have the woman of the match here with us. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Your team pick up a vital 3 points after 5 matches. What does it bring to you and your teammates?
It is a joy. Looking at our 5 matches we've played so far, we've drawn all the matches and we are eager to win this match. So it is a joy to the team and entire management.
What does this MVP brings to you personally?
Encouragement and motivation. It motivates me a lot to do more and to help my team.
Congratulations and better luck in your next match. So we are seeing the MVP being happy and grabbing all 3 points after 5 matches in a row. This is the end of the match between Berry ladies and then Army ladies, picking up all the 3 points with just a goal here at the Medina Astrative. My name is Nafisa Fatal and have been doing this with Esther Bankwa in commentary position. Lovely time. And then next week or next match day 16 will be at Various Center to bring you live coverage of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. It's a bye from us.
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
Haven't you downloaded StarTimes On? Haven't you downloaded StarTimes On?
Haven't you downloaded StarTimes On?
Haven't you downloaded StarTimes On?
Haven't you downloaded StarTimes On?
What is the StarTimes On?
It's a mobile app.
Save on data bundles.
Watch videos.
Save on data bundles.
Watch videos.
Save on data bundles.
Watch videos.
StarTimes On, a data-saving video app used by more than 50 million people in Africa. Search StarTimes On from Google Play or App Store. Watch video anytime, anywhere. Download now.
Max TV, sports, entertainment, and more.
Ellen, I'm quite sober.
Age more Bermuda's hospital, so big guy or the Dr. Kerry Almeida.
Karen, I didn't there. What can't you near?
I don't say who see the much show. Ain't we hint us any who boyfriend? Kabi be a channel. Kasa we na check grandma. Who be so be catch grandma say no.
So can you channel sana catch?
Crabbe.
Oh yeah, what?
Now they na yet simbo. Mommy where you why? I need to know so what's the keep.
Me na mo me sanina na me dem dwane ye. Na so me ho be am won no mo ba gye mo free me sem. Omo fa woni ama me no ni na ade omo ko ye.
Ti you ka for me papa woni na sana ye trowo. Oh you trouble ba wo mami we me
kata debi. Me ne dey be come me nemo. Me ti me ka.
And you start your shasi to two womona. Esa se finde kwade gwe wo mami.
Kata, mami.
Manina me na me banu. Se minya ho me papa ne me nuanom ba ne pe obro me gya o mechi no me nsan kofa de biara da.
Ane baby akata ko ene.
Minim ni po ne ne wo ho e na baby o mbe hia wo.
Masa ma adwene menyi ndi se metimi de me bana mamo.
Dabi asem bi simi hia osisia o. Efa parariso hu. Akola no aba asem kakra.
Wo sin sem wenyi na esisi odava o. Omo akoma asem woni mama na.
Greg Solomon.
Uche Fabian Solomon bano ana. employment agencies akese wa no ba ko yo modia
Masabre no bata no honye eso koso aye C-section no asadia obata ne nkwa ne kwan ho hia ne banana na yedwe ne ho
Maria what is say
ne ho ye
na yan hyase mfiri ha
then why waju so de ne be
ye ba behwe se ne ho ato ne yie
agent Dr. Jesus
na no nya yen cardiac arrest code na honne ma me na yeji na wo ni dem ho na wo ha na we see ye
so why ye adwuma wo hospital a cheme boa etu de bia niema say itimisi
Mechiamo.
Hi, me mama we.
Hi. Ojina ho me wo so.
O me das mimi.
O de mesre kwan. Esi ya mehu se ho ye wa ha.
O me nko sisia. Ene mpo no carry momita ene me papa nyina kwa adwuma nti utina kwa nyehwe. Ehu hia se obefere. Wate? Oh, Mr. Wa pensa bi si hono mama.
Mate madam.
Ene ye metwen. Enti wo fa, ne o ma okosen wa ha.
Ready Tonyo. Me ka ona me ninja ha. Ready ha ya tan yankasa. Ya boy. Me nya ho me kra ho me o.
Ka mo me boa. Abri bia me ni jolo be konso ne so no ye de paper bag ko. Na ne na me bo ho pa ya ne se. Me hia me busuafo nyina bi no ma do me se ne mete. Me na me nie. A me pa ye na ba mu. Eni ti na bu me so sei. We dey abu me so kra.
Oh, Jace Erica. When you not sufferto, washing your mouth for munine.
Nye pa ne se woni wata no ni suban no atumi aka bo mu biom.
Hey, carry in train ho. Oye ni papa me boa Bruce.
Hey, so you na re na kasasa. Ni tene so nyere kono so nchinam. Nti no ye ne ho sa akyerɛ no.
Ena ye wo mfum so. Okoso ahye ne bufu nti de beba no no. Me de Jace na nye.
Oh. Sawata no na so odin pa. Eti se wo a. Na dwen kran so nye.
Ma dwen nye. Da bi da.
Why na wo dada no no? Ebia me bo me ho modin se megina waso odin na no. Nanso me ntumi ana ba ko nso abeka ho. Temu mienu ka bo mu dia. Ene asempa na de be ma yen wo fie ha.
Oh, Jace awate. Mama yen ko ne ko pe bibi nkan ya no.
Me de jom besen.
Mo mesie.
Una kasana.
Debbie mame. Mame nya ti ofa me ko ne krampo biem. Ma den na be ye me ho krampo. Ade ba kwa maso me kwanda nyina ne se. Se me hwo no so afebo.
O en kasasa me do. Obesa ba na chibiem. Ni atie ne se ono dia na bre bia opesa okoma Manila. Mo de obehu obebre na ono abesa ne cha be fie.
Na se mame wasa ne chamba fie a. Ehifa na ebe kwa hwehwe no. Apart on ne ko ne krampo ye nim no ba bia. Na se paso ye widi ne krampo bia na ye ne den. Anampo se oprana. Ye ne nipa ban a oye. Hello. What's the baby for Agata Juana?
Miss Adele, me woni pa Agata nene ti wo mane na ha o.
Ora, pachani baby adante fio.
Wana ko bi so mo anim ho no.
Ora me da se bebre. Mera, pacha dante beti ha baby ana.
Ai, no mo madam.
Yo me da se bebre. Pacha mama chio. Pacha ha na dante ti ana.
Ahaya na dante ti. Nanso ko Manila.
Ani no. Me ane ti ase me ba won nchen. Me ba Agata. Oya dante adamfo.
Nti woni Agata maame no. Wona wa brechire.
Pacha sa. No bi ka try me say. Agata I know padante. Ena nam se say ame no ka say. Me ba ma no kwa abra wa mama ye hu bibia. Nti na me sra mo na mpese me bisa se mo won number bia. Na my friend also.
Santia, enu ti no de me kunu ka ne ko ye no. Afi na mati ase. Nti na onu obi dwane.
Oh, tabi o manya bibebo ni bia. O ya na fofo pa.
Enyo no kre.
Enyo wana o se o baba no ne dante kon o ba wan kan kyo.
Sa. Medo, ebia na Agata nyimo.
Me kwa me jide sa.
Sa pepepe. Ebia na dante anyam Agata.
Tabi ente sa. Enyo no ni ade ko.
Dante number ni.
Mo fa che me se mabeha mo. Me da ma se bebre.
Debbie. Enti woni maami emergency na ekwo sen.
Na ye, akwa ni nyankwa. Na so ni maami. Fufi antwata. Owu ye.
Midi kan kohwe na woni operation bi a obeye wo hospital.
Oh man can't show no man. Emergency near a provincial hospital.
Obaso wo kire say de wo maami afumu ho na na. Ade nti na eso de wo o kan say adwuma ne ho ana.
No man, I am one na man here for me ho. So what? Na sem bisa bebrebe no. Na we ya den, first na mbedi ho dwuma na na.
Samo adwuma ne de me hu ni se mu orem.
Oh man, jai so man ne ma how no.
Me gidi se sa adwuma ne nkrata papa da ho. Esan se me hu se bibi foforo koso ho a. Me ntina ho anya hwe.
Inti no ani.
Yep. Hey, oda facha me say han shada nkoyi a. Sanse baby a metimi anya ani.
Eyo why? Ade mu a the fuck akrepe na me di no ha. Na me tu akofie kesim.
You.
Enti even na wote wa ha.
Oh, oda twa me yo ne ma no mra.
Bring bag no so bra.
Me dey ba. Ana ma ye pie no besi enko.
Enti na wote.
Na se haye, han shada nya bad sa. Akwaba.
Hey, when you frana, uni so be for yen.
Facha me why? Oh, facha why? Sa na ote. Oh, agata. Sa me yewo a. Adenti na o ma me mreka kama me fancy sika.
Me sis kama den.
Efikase.
Oh, fui. Why na se me do be di me cha commercial ho. Uni mo how ba kwa won. E ya wo dwinsem hu pa. Wo ti ye pan se me ni papa. Enti eye, me mo kwan mo wa be sra me abre na abre nyina.
Osunya bo try. Me da se.
Enti wo dan ni e wo he.
Ah, say yan na wo no.
Oh, wo de wunye papa.
Hey, only I sit down echo. Me yire no no why?
Oh. Eret saying.
How we judge you free me so call.
Ye do how ye. Bram. And then so you call me baba. Una hwemu na su ade. Ye ntambra mu. Ah. Bram. Can you? Meba. Auntie Aga. Me mawakwa baba mi dem.
Huh. O kwa hwe kwan so ye wate.
Waka mate.
Carry.
Hey, masa jina ho. Akede na wo ba be ye no.
Enyo na wo ye carry.